just off the sight of our camera on the right hand side, but as you can see, it happened quite a long way back, and it was clearly when Mads Pedersen and a whole raft of his teammates, as well as a raft of Q36.5 riders, are actually coming back up the bunch. They wouldn't ordinarily sit that far back, and it's just unfortunate that it happened. And here is the rather sorry sight of Nick Zukowski. We've already talked about the misfortune, but clearly Simon Clark, blooded, bruised, but not down. And you can just see the gossamer thin jerseys here, Carlton, as well these days. I mean, they've been around for a while now, but that just shows it. Gossamer thin, torn right through.
Not nice. You can actually get burn marks as well, just by the friction of going down the road. Same as on the track, I guess. And check this out. That's an awful lot of repair. Just looking at our riding wounded here. Aspirin, possibly need more than that this evening.
Yeah, he's clearly been bandaged up on the fly there. I mean, that's the only vehicle that a rider can hold on to is the doctor's car, so they can hold on to that for as long as they need to get medical attention. And clearly he's been bandaged up on the fly, and already his wounds are weeping, and not good to see. But just by the way he was holding himself, I think he'll be okay. But it's the next few days. Clearly there, Carlton, he's taken off a lot of skin, and as well as the pain and discomfort, it's the effect it has on your ability to sleep soundly, because you can stick to the sheets, and you're constantly moving, tossing and turning in bed. So quite often when you take a lot of skin off, although it will ultimately heal, you get a few nights where your sleep is massively disturbed. So not good, but unlike his teammate Nick Zukowski, he is able to continue. So let's just wish him all the best. And we're not far, 1.9 Ks now from the, well, it's the Red Bull sprint, isn't it, with the 6, 4 and 2. So for the peloton, this is going to be pretty interesting, because there's still 4 and 2 seconds on offer for the bunch when they cross the line.
Is the next one at Ostuni the Red Bull today?
It is indeed, yes.
There we go. I've got a little amphitheatre here. It looks brand new, to be honest. There you go.
This had a fresh lick of paint, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like one of my stand-up shows.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine if you should extend your tour to southern Italy, and you could do it outdoors.
It was as noisy as Sevenoaks. They're very quiet in Sevenoaks. I got to the end of my gig at Sevenoaks, it was full, and then I said, all very quiet. That didn't seem to go well, and the manager said, oh no, they absolutely loved it. They're just very quiet around here.
That's funny, isn't it?
I don't know whether the hearing aids haven't actually been cranked up properly. They're all leaning in for the next gag. Maybe I just need to leave a bit more breathing space. But anyway, timing, that's what it's all about. 1,300 metres to go for this man. Well, he's going to start assembling a points tally, and he's going to take he's going to take some bonus seconds, 10 bonus seconds off. So he started off the day at...
it takes 6.
Beg your pardon. So he's going to shed from 29 minutes and 43 seconds down to 29 minutes and 37. Give himself a slap on the back. Here we are. So Red Bull Ostuni, 6, 4 and 2 bonus seconds. That kind of doubling really the 3, 2 and 1 intermediate sprint bonuses that we would be used to in a regular race. And the temptation is for this to become of magnified importance if the GC is close deeper into this race. But it's so early, Matt, that actually it might have a significance here, because every second counts.
I think so. And the fact, as you can see, look, he's dropped it onto the small ring here as Munoz. So he's on the small ring, middle of the block. So this is it's not a king of the mountains, but as you can see, just by the angle, we're climbing. So the fact that this little ramplet, to coin your phrase that I do love, this little ramplet with the bonus seconds on top is on a small climb, I think there might be a couple of riders from back in the bunch who might actually want to go for it. And I'm thinking maybe Primoz Roglic. I mean, but by taking 4 seconds, he won't overhaul Mads Pedersen on the general classification, but he might take a couple of seconds back, your likes of Tom Pidcock. So this could be very intriguing, and the first time bonus that we've had on a climb too. So let's see what happens. But with only one rider out in front, 4 and 2 seconds are not to be sniffed at.
Well, we're coming into Ostuni here, famous for its a cathedral, a masterpiece apparently of Puglia Gothic. Here's Ola Zaular.
Or Luis Aular ha sido
loss, and he had to swerve to the left hand side to miss that bollard and possibly caused a bit of a reaction, but Yeah, that intake of breath that I had there, that was dodgy. Look, there's still time, but I don't think they have to panic for the moment anyway. And I think Mats Pedersen will come up, but it's just so dangerous.
I don't think so. And Crow's going to get back in this one. Let's have a look. This is that Shirley Shirley. Yeah, exactly. Left-hand side is where most of them went. And Crow on the deck, and he has taken an awful long time to get back on to his bike. I think that's our breakaway man who's on the deck as well here after all the efforts he's put in. And it goes on. Søren Kragh is the tangle, and he didn't look in any hurry to get back on. Whatever, Brian, he's not going to be part of the lead-out today.
No, he won't be part of the lead-out, but I'm having to think, they're forcing everybody around one way here. Why didn't they do it in the previous?
I don't know.
Force everybody in a single. Don't give them a choice, because in the choice, they all went to the left-hand side, right-hand side to miss that bollard down front, but that just caused a bit of a pinch point in the left-hand side.
20 to go. Well, now you know what you're dealing with. We've got to come back there again, don't forget. Crow corner, maybe they're going to call it. I don't know. Interesting that the Red Bull team are kind of on the blower at the moment. They're getting their strategy sorted out for delivery today. Don't forget they've put the safety. That's the circuit. See what I mean? It's a nightmare. So add 11 onto everything, and there you find where you are. So we're just coming down to this 10k marker, essentially. Just past that. So it'll be a right-hander next if the map is correct and our geometry is correct. And there you go. Down they come. So that will be essentially, that was the 10k to go marker that we've just seen for later on. That's where we'll be taking account of it. So slightly out of it. Let's hear from Anders Milker, who's on the finish line, while everyone is giving this a great deal of respect. I think this is possibly to allow so many teams who've got caught out. No, what a squeeze this is! My goodness, no!
It's not going to happen.
Careful!
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Careful! Oh, 8 into 4 wide in a very, very short order. And is the pink jersey still back here?
Yeah, it has to be.
He is. There he is. Oh my goodness! And it just goes on. Oh,
Ben
wow.
Turner.
Well, Ben Turner is supposed to be principal sprinter for Innis Grenadiers today. Just Tarling possibly taking over that. Here's Ben just getting himself through. Ambulances involved. Cars all pulled up. Bit of a compression. Gets himself through. Just about makes it there. This is horrible, Brian.
No, I have to say that's too dangerous. You cannot go from what over
8
2
wide.
lanes just to 1 lane. That can't happen. Cannot happen. That's just too dangerous.
Just has happened. 7K.
Luckily for the riders got through that, but